And now our continuing series on the greatest songs of all time. From 1967, Jackie Wilson, Higher and Higher. Written by Gary Jackson, Raynard Minor, Carl Smith, and produced by Carl Davis. Born Jack Leroy Wilson Jr., he's one of the most dynamic and influential performers in music history. He recorded over 50 hit singles that spanned 5 genres. And with his dance moves, his singing, and his style, he inspired the likes of James Brown, Michael Jackson, and Elvis Presley. He dropped out of high school when he was 15. He became a father for the first time at 17. That's when he gave up boxing for music. First, he was working at Lee's Sensation Club as a solo singer. Then he formed a group called the Falcons that included his cousin, Levi Stubbs. Of course, he'd go on to lead the Four Tops. Wilson was eventually recruited in 1953 to join the Dominoes. He was to replace the immensely popular Clyde McPhatter. He'd left the group to form his own, the Drifters. Now, after 13 years in the biz and 10 years as a solo act, in 1966, he scored the first of 2 big comeback singles with Chicago soul producer Carl Davis, with the song Whispers Getting Louder, which we just heard, and our greatest song of all time for today. It's a pop smash hit that would become one of his final. The backing track was recorded on July 6, 1967, at Columbia Studios in Chicago. The session featured bassist James Jamerson, drummer Richard Allen, guitarist Robert White, and keyboardist Johnny Griffith. Now, these were all members of the famous Motown Records Funk Brothers group. They often moonlighted on sessions for Davis to augment their meager wages paid by Motown. According to Carl Davis, the Funk Brothers used to come over on the weekends from Detroit. They'd load up in the van and come over to Chicago, and I'd pay them cash and double scale. 2 of the Andantes also came over, Jackie Hicks and Marlene Barrow. They sang with Pat Lewis on the backing vocals. Davis brought the track back to New York City for Wilson to add his vocals to it. Davis recalls Wilson originally singing it like a ballad. He said, "That's totally wrong. You have to jump and go with the percussion." After hearing Davis's advisement, Wilson cut the lead vocal in one take. It spent 12 weeks on the chart, a top spot of number 6. Absolutely one of the greatest songs of all time. From 1967, Jackie Wilson.
Soon departed, and you know he never showed his face again. That's why your love keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. I said your love keeps on lifting me higher and higher. All right. never